Hello, olá a todos, bem-vindos. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Nuno João. I'm the Managing Director of Yourway Education. We are a consultancy specialized in high school programs. And here in this webinar, we are inviting one of our favorite schools in the United States, the Monterey Bay Academy. We have Kevin as the Vice Principal of Enrollment. And in a minute, I will handle the webinar to him. I will also to present Amanda. He's here with us, our partner consultant, G International in the United States. And we have a student here, and they will be with us sharing her experience on the webinar a little later on. And so I asked Kevin if he could introduce us, the school, and play. I think it will start with a short video. Thank you all for coming, and I appreciate your presence here.
Yes. Well, greetings from Monterey Bay Academy here in California, and what a pleasure it is to be with you guys. And
thank you.
Send all my best wishes to everybody, and just want to share a little bit about our school today. We have an amazing school. We're located right here on the Pacific Ocean, just south of San Francisco, about an hour. And so we have a great campus. We have great students, and we have a great international program with students coming in from all over the world. But we have been blessed with students from Brazil, from Europe, even from Mexico. And it's just been a great experience. And so we're always excited to have more students for those countries. And just to share a little bit about it, the best thing to do is to show you guys a short little video here, and I will start our video here. It gives you a little idea of our school.
Monterey Bay Academy is a co-ed Christian boarding high school located on the shores of the Pacific Ocean in Northern California. Not only do our advanced placement courses and extracurricular activities, such as scuba and aviation, provide a unique learning experience, but the dorm life also helps to build character and social skills important for future success. Established in 1949, MBA continues to offer a national and global experience in a small, family-like campus environment for students to pursue excellence in their education. And education at MBA goes far beyond textbooks and classrooms. It is where land and sea unite to inspire for a lifetime.
Well, it gives you a little idea of our campus, where we're at. We have a wonderful location, and we're very excited for our students to come. We have been here for over 70 years, and so we have a great program to share. And so I'm going to share with you a little bit more with a presentation here about our school. And I also have a student, Gabby from Brazil, and she's going to share her experience with us here in just a moment. So Monterey Bay Academy is located on the Pacific Ocean. We are just an hour south of San Francisco, or Silicon Valley as well, where in San Jose, places like Google and Apple, those companies. We're just an hour south down on the coast. We're about 5 hours to 6 hours north of San Francisco, or of Los Angeles. And then California has so much to offer, from the beach to the mountains to amazing cities. And we're about 3 hours away from Yosemite National Park, which is one of the most beautiful places in California. But we're also just about an hour from giant redwood forests and mountains. And so we really have a great location to experience the culture, but also the nature and the surroundings of what California has to offer. You can see our campus here. This is an aerial shot of our campus, and we're very close to the city, but we're kind of in the farmland here, the agricultural area. And so this is our own private beach. We have a half-mile private beach as well. And so this is where our campus sits. Very nice, very secure, safe, great fresh air, wonderful environment, but also close enough to town just about 10 minutes from our local town and only about an hour from the large major cities. So we have 380 acres, and like I said, about a mile of our own private beach. And so our students get to have these beautiful views. This is the view from the dormitories and our center campus. Just gorgeous sunsets throughout the year. And with our private beach, we really want our students to have access, and we let our students go surfing. We have a surf club where if you haven't learned how to surf, we can teach you. There's world-class surfing just north of us in Santa Cruz. You may have seen some movies about like Mavericks and different places right along the coast. That's about 45 minutes from us. So if you're into the surfing, it's a great place to be if you want to learn, or maybe you just want to play in the ocean and maybe boogie board. But we try to let our students have as much access as possible because we have our own private beach. So it's wonderful for our students to be able to enjoy. One of the things I love about our school is we are a very diverse population for our students. We have students coming from all over the United States. So not just from the state of California, but from anywhere from New York to Florida to all over the United States. Typically about 10 states are represented at Monterey Bay Academy, as well as 14 countries. So our international population, we just have students from all over, from Asia, Europe, from South America, Canada, and Mexico. So we just really enjoy our international students. And one of the reasons is we offer an ESL program. So if a student needs to come and develop their English, we have classes where if you're very, very low in your English, we can really help you develop it. And so that's one of the reasons why we have such a great international program. Places for our students to be ready. And if you want to come just for an experience, for a semester or for a year, but we're really prepared. Our program is for college preparatory. So we're preparing our students to get ready for university and college. And the nice thing about our school is we are a smaller school. So our class sizes are very small. Typically in your general classes, you'll have 15 to 25 students. And then in your electives, you'll have anywhere from 5 to 15. So it's very small. Students know you, great small student to teacher ratio. We have 100% of our students are graduating, and then 96 to 98% of our students go on to university. So we're very academic minded. Our students are really academic minded, looking forward to the next step in college or university. And our students, especially our international students, really enjoy the system here, the university system, the California system. But they also go to other great schools here. These are some of the schools our students are going to, Pepperdine and all the UC schools and all over California. And so if that's something of interest to you, it's all up to you. Get the grades and the test scores, and you can get into those universities. Also, a lot of our students will stay by after university and work here locally in the tech industry, whether it's Apple or Microsoft. But we have alumni working on these great programs and companies because we really want them to be successful, and so we encourage that. We do have some AP courses in calculus and history, literature and composition. And one of our unique programs, not only is because of our location, but just because of the uniqueness of where we are. And this is our marine biology department. You can see here our biology teacher has an octopus that was caught right outside in our bay. And our marine biology class goes whale watching, they go tide pooling. We have a scuba diving class that you can take to be certified. We have a world-class aquarium right here in Monterey Bay. And so these are the kind of things that we see right from our ocean. This is just about a kilometer away from our school, right there, all the marine life that just happens right outside of our front door. And that's one of the unique things about our program is some of those unique electives that we can offer because of our location. Of course, we have a great fine arts program. About 70% of our students are involved in some sort of our music, whether it's choir, band, handbells. We also have drama classes. But if you're interested in continuing your fine arts, you want to learn an instrument, you want to continue your private lessons, you can do that as well with our drama classes. And one of the other unique things is our aviation program. So we do have an airstrip on campus for single engine airplanes. We have an aviation class which we have a simulator, and students can take this class for credit, and they can just learn to study for all the knowledge about flying an airplane. They get to practice in the simulator, and then if students want to go on to get their pilot's license, we can connect them with an instructor to do that as well. Like I said, we offer our scuba class here, which is a great area. We just go down to Monterey and to go into the ocean for their dives. And we do have a varsity sports program. We're a smaller school, so our program is a little bit smaller, but that's great because a lot of our international students actually make the varsity teams. And so if you're interested in sports, you can do that. Even on a semester, you still have opportunity to be in some of the sports depending on the season. But we have girls and boys flag football, basketball, volleyball, softball, and soccer. But then we play every night. We have intramurals, or we have recreation time where students can play amongst our own students in our gymnasium. So we have that recreation time every night. We are a full service boarding school, and so that means that about 80 to 85% of our students do live on campus in our dormitories. And so we offer our cafeteria meals are 3 meals a day. It's all you can eat. The unique thing about our school is it is a plant-based diet, meaning the meals are vegetarian. And so the students will get their proteins from eggs, milk, cheese, soy, tofu. But we do allow meat on campus, and you can have that in the dorms. There are kitchens in the dorms, and students can have that. They can also order food. They can have food in their room. So we do allow meat on campus. Just our cafeteria is a plant-based diet. You can see here, it is all you can eat, and the students get all that they want in the cafeteria. But in the dormitories as well, they can have food in their rooms. They can have refrigerators, and there's kitchens as well if they want to make food or order food or have food in their dormitories. Our dormitories, we've spent about $2.5 million lately remodeling and upgrading those. Typically, it's just two students per room. And we try to, especially our international students, we try to put them with another student that doesn't share the same language so that they are working on their English. And every student has their own bed, their dressers, their desks, everything there in the room is provided for them. And they have, the boys have some great exercise rooms and weight rooms. But because the students are here all the time, they're here 7 days a week, we have a lot of activities, not only our recreation and activities during the week, but on the weekends especially, we have different activities like clubs. Like I mentioned before, we have a surf club, we've had a running club, a mountain biking club, golf club, video club. But we do a special international club for students that are studying from outside of the country, and we want to make sure that they get to experience the culture. We have special activities and trips for them because we live near some of the best cities and the best scenery in the world, and so San Francisco is just right nearby. We take trips up there. This is an amusement park that's just up the beach from us in the historical town of Santa Cruz. And this is what our students do a lot. They enjoy time together on the weekends when they have free time, go to the beach, hang out with their friends on the sandy beach. But then we also have these great rocky shores to explore. And the coastline here in California just has a really, just a great variety of things to experience. So our school has a great location. We have a great program. But really what makes our school is the people and the students. And I want to introduce you to my student, Gabby. And so Gabby, if you want to say hello and want to share. Gabby is a student that is from Brazil, and she came for 1 semester. And so Gabby, why don't you talk a little bit about your experience and coming to Monterey Bay Academy and kind of what you experienced and how did it go for you?
Okay. Hi guys, my name is Gabriela. I'm from Brazil. I went to MBA in 2018. I stayed there for 1 semester, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. I know it was only 1 semester, but it changed my life. It was amazing. I met a lot of awesome people. I got to know a lot of places in California, and MBA is such a perfect place. I love MBA. And I have some pictures that I sent to PK. And okay, this is my group, my Brazilian group. There is one guy missing, but this was my group. And like PK said, they take the internationals to some trips, and this was our trip to San Francisco with only the international students. And here, this is Dean Rascal. She is one of the deans of the girls' dorm, and she takes care of us. If you need anything, you can ask the deans, and they're gonna help you. They're the best ones. I love Dean Rascal, and I love all the other deans. On this day, we were going to Project Blitz. That was a volunteer work, and they divided school in groups. And our group, we went to a clinic that helped kids with cancer. So it was really nice. It was the volunteer work that we do once a semester. Here was a Saturday afternoon when we went to the beach. This is what a normal Saturday afternoon looks like at MBA. This is a little group of people that I met there. Here we have Brazilians, Chinese, American, Indonesian, people from all over the world, and you get to know all of that group of people. They're awesome. And here was one Friday afternoon that we went for Vespers, and we sang, we talked, and we just enjoyed our time at the beach, and it was really nice. Here, this is my dorm's window, and I don't know if you can see, but back there you can see the Pacific Ocean, and the dorm is really nice. Here was another trip that they took us, the international, to Santa Cruz Boardwalk, that it's an amusement park at the beach, and it's really fun. Here, this picture is not so good, but this was the only one that I had with everybody. This was Fall Festival, that everybody dresses up as something, and we just go to the cafeteria and we play games, we eat food, and it's so nice. And yeah, this was banquet. I went on the our second semester in their first semester. So when I was there, we had the Christmas banquet, as you can see. In every banquet there is a theme. And this banquet's theme was Winter Wonderland. And it's really nice because it's like a dinner where you can go and you enjoy and talk and laugh, take pictures, and everybody's dressed up, and it's so nice. And this is my Brazilian group. The guy in green isn't Brazilian, but he was really close to us. But this is our Brazilian group, and as you can see, even though it's at the beach, it's kind of cold, so bring a coat. And yeah, that's it.
So Gabby, you only came for a semester, and was it worth it just to come for a semester, or what was your experience?
Yeah, it was 100% worth it. I know it was only a semester, and a lot of people think like, oh, only a semester is not gonna change your life. Yeah, it is, because you're gonna live with the Americans, and you can only communicate in English, basically. I know you're with the other Brazilians, but like you said, PK, you live in the dorm with other Americans, so you have to talk to them, and if you need anything, you need to speak in English. And yeah, it's 100% worth it to go just for a semester. If you have more time, it's nicer, but only a semester, I think that's enough.
And I know your English was good, but how did what did the one semester do? Did you improve when you went back? Were you impressed with how much you learned? Or
Yes, I think it was worth it because here in Brazil, I used to have classes, English classes, but like when the class is over, you just go back to speaking Portuguese. So there you have to speak in English for every single thing, like from math to band to the cafeteria to ask for medicine, everything you need to speak in English. So it's really different, and it was worth it going only for a semester because you need to learn how to survive, literally survive, because that's the only way to communicate with people from MBA.
and I know that it can be very kind of scary sometimes to go to a new culture, a new environment. Like you said, you kind of have to survive. But how did you make friends? Were the people nice to you? And I mean, were the deans? I mean, how did the teachers treat you as somebody that couldn't that had spoke a different language and different?
Before I went to MBA, I've heard a lot of people saying like, oh, they're always going to treat you like an immigrant and they're going to treat you different. But I've never felt that, not even once. Like, they treat me like a real American. Even though I don't speak English like they do, they don't treat me different because of that. They help me and they are so loving. And the staffs are amazing. I've made a lot of friends, as you can see, and they're all so nice, and it's just amazing. And even though I'm not American, I felt like an American.
It's great.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had that experience because part of it too is, like I mentioned, the diversity, because you're not the only international students there. We have a great international program, so we're our staff and students are used to students from all over the world. So I'm glad you experienced that. One last question is, I know I get this a lot, and I want to hear it from a student. But our cafeteria is vegetarian, we're plant-based. So how did you survive? Was it okay? Did you get enough food? Can you explain the cafeteria to other students? And
yeah, of course. I'm vegetarian, so it was easier for me. But for example, one of my Brazilian friends, I don't know how he survived because he eats meat every single day. Every single day he has to eat meat. And he survived at MBA. That's really nice because they respect you a lot. Like you come from a different culture and they respect you. Like he wanted to eat meat. He could order it and he could buy it at the supermarket and he could keep it in the dorm's kitchen. So they respect you. If you want to eat meat, you can eat meat. You can keep it inside the dorm. So yeah, you can survive. It's okay. The food is okay. It's great. And yeah, it's not like Brazilian food where we eat rice and beans every single day, but it's good too.
all right.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions for her?
Yes, I have one of. I start with a question. Students and families, for example, they have the host family and they want a host family a day school. And for us, it's sometimes difficult to present the great opportunity that is to live in a dorm and be able to speak with the dorm parents and with your friends all day and speak English all day. Can you tell us a little bit more about the life in the dorms? How was your routine? If you had some study halls, how you meet after school? Because this is important and could help us to communicate this to the families that, okay, host families are great, are caring, and take care of the students, international student, but the experience to live on a dorm is something very unique. Can you share a little bit of your experience? Thank you.
Okay. For example, I had a roommate and I lived with her for all my semester, and she's a sister for me. And not only her, but all the other girls from my hall, especially the junior hall, they're my family, and we're all alone there because we're all by ourselves, and you get to meet a lot of people there alone too, and you build a family there, and you study with them, you can ask for help, and we share things, and we go to each other's room when we want. It's so nice. It's like a big house, and it's so nice. And I know some parents are afraid to leave their kids because they think they're not gonna be like safe because they don't have a family. But for example, PJ, the MBA's director, was our guardian, and everything that we needed, we could ask him, and he would help us in study hall. We have study hall that we need to stay in our rooms from 7 to 9, I think. I don't remember anymore. It's been a long time. And we have to stay there studying inside our rooms. And we have RAs. RAs are like, they're seniors. And our deans, they choose those RAs. And every room, every hall has one RA. And they keep like, if we need help, we can ask them, and they're gonna keep an eye on us, like if we're studying, if we're having good grades, if we're not having good grades, they're gonna talk to us. They're gonna take our phones when we're during strict study hall, so we can really study. So it's really nice, and they really take care of us. And there's the international department that it's specific for the international students, and they take care of everything that we need directed to international. Like if we have a problem with our passport or anything, they're gonna be there to help us. And they're the group that take us to the trips, like for San Francisco, Santa Cruz. So we have a big family there.
Yes, that's great to know.
And then also, you mentioned Dean Rasco. So parents go, well, who's in charge of you in the dorm? So tell them about the deans.
We have, when I went to MBA, we had 3 deans: Dean Rasco, Dean Aubrey, and Dean Jess. And they're in their rooms. Like Dean Rasco lives next to the dorm, and Dean Aubrey and Dean Jazz lives inside the dorm. So if you need anything at any time, you can go to their houses or apartments and ask them for help. And they're gonna be there to help you, like literally everything. And they're taking care of us like 24/7. And like I mentioned, we have our age too, they're seniors, but if we have a problem, they are gonna take our problem to the deans and they're gonna solve it. So yeah, we do have a lot of people taking care of us.
Another question, you mentioned volunteering, a day of volunteering, and that's another question that families and students are questioning us when we present to school. Does the school take social responsibility? Does the schools have a volunteer program? I don't know, Kevin, if in California students must have some a social work to graduate or some social hours in the community. I don't know if you and Kevin or Gabriela, you can talk a little bit about what the opportunities MBA gives to the students to give back to the community, because that's what I feel. The students that go to study abroad, they feel like they carry some light within them, and they want to make volunteering, and they want to give some of the opportunities they have back to reciprocate with for example, the other children that cannot go to have a good education. Do you have any specific volunteer programs in Monterey Bay?
Well, so in California, yes, the requirement is 25 hours of community service or volunteering every semester or every year. And so we, being a boarding school, it's a little bit different than it's a little bit harder for us to have like a continual, like a everyday kind of, you go to a shelter every day and volunteer like students that are at a day school. But so we kind of adjust our program to make sure that the students are able to do participate in volunteer work, and then we want to give back to our community. And so one of the pictures that Gabby shared with the dean and the girls in the car was we do 2 service days a year, where one each semester, and we take the entire school goes and they do volunteer work throughout the community, throughout our campus. And so Gabby was in a group, we send them out and spend the entire day, about 8 hours, giving back to food banks, to shelters, to cancer centers, to different projects. Every year is a little different. We choose different projects, and they get to be a part of that. And then we do have there's some projects on campus, like we have an equestrian program that facilitates therapy for mentally and physically disabled children. And they run an equestrian program. So they, if our students are interested, they can volunteer there on the weekends and be a part of the horse program and the equestrian program there. And so there's some options outside of the main volunteer days that we have for our students. And so we try to work with them as much as possible. But we do the 2 big days every semester that all students get to participate in, to give back to our community and to give back to our local area. So
thank you.
One of the questions too, Gabby, is a lot of people say, we are a Christian school, and so the question is always, what about religion classes, or what requirements do we have? And so can you share a little bit about the spiritual program? Every student is required to take a religion course every year, but can you kind of describe what religion class is like? What are the programs on the weekends like? And what kind of activities do they do? And is it that bad for somebody, coming from maybe a different background or culture than a Christian background?
I showed one picture that we were at the beach, and there was a fire there. That was Vespers. Every Friday night, we do a special Vespers to welcome the Saturday, because it's an Adventist school. So we sing and someone speaks and we pray together, and it's really nice. It's required to take religion classes. I took religion 3 because I was a junior, but like I said, MBA really respects you, like with food and with religion as well. You're required to participate, but if you just want to be there, it's okay. They're not gonna force you to do anything. But the programs are amazing. We have a lot of cool songs and we sing together, and it's really nice. And every weekend we have a Vespers on Friday night, and then Saturday morning we have Sabbath school, and then we go to church, and then on and every weekend they try to do something new and something different, so it's not boring or anything. And every night we have a little chapel inside the dorms with other girls, where our dean or someone else's brings some words, and it's really nice. It's like 15 to 20 minutes, so it's really okay, and it's really nice. And for example, if you're not Christian or anything, there's a different religion class for you, so they really respect you, and I think that's really nice.
Yeah, so it's you know, one of the best things about our program, even our religious program, is that's the opportunity for students to participate. And Gabby, I know you were friends with a lot of those students. You yourself sang, I believe, and you know, we want to honor the arts too. We have a lot of great students that have musical talents, that have, you know, speaking abilities, that have dramatic abilities, poetry, and we try to honor those, you know, especially through our religious services. And so that's what our Friday night and Saturday programs is, student led, and the students get to participate, and we want to highlight the talents and what the students have to offer. And I think Gabby can attest that, you know, we're not here to, it's not very, you know, it's not dogmatic, it's not like forceful. We want the spiritual program, and we want those students to be uplifted, we want them to be, you know, encouraged. And so the messages are going to be, you know, from the students, from the staff, you know, just encouraging them, helping them out through the struggles and through what, you know, what a life as a teenager and a life as a student. And just, you know, as we have a crazy world around us, you know, how do we become better people? And so I think Gabby can attest that's really our main goal here with our religious program. But it is a supervision kind of issue, so all of them are required. And like Gabby said, we require attendance, but we don't necessarily require participation. We just ask for respectful attendance, and we just want students to be uplifted and to be positively impacted. So,
yeah.
Gabby, oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to say something?
No, it's okay.
No, I was just going to ask you about after Monterey. How did this experience help you with your future college goals when you went back home? How did this experience impact your life for the future?
MBA impacted my life in so many ways, but I think what impacted the most was that like I realized that I can do a lot more than I thought. Like when I went to MBA, for example, I entered in the band. I was part of the band at MBA, and I played percussion. I've never played percussion in my life before. And like they really encourage us to try new stuff, and I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of new people and talk to them, and I'm really shy, and I had that opportunity to meet a lot of people, and I wasn't afraid of meeting them, of talking to them, and like it really helped me because I've learned to survive on my own and to do new stuff that I thought I would never be able to do.
Oh, that's great to hear. And Yourway, we really believe in his experience in the boarding school, in the quality schools like Monterey Bay, when you have your teachers nearby and you have your deans or dorm parents, and you can have your friends nearby, and I think it's very nurturing environment and uplifting. We are using this word in our webinars with Monterey, and I think the spiritual and I really enjoy and love to hear you about the tolerance, about other students coming from other countries with other cultures. and I really love this school, and thank you for helping us to transmit this energy, because me and Kevin and Amanda, we need really students like you, yourself, and sharing this. You have an amazing English, and by the way,
Thank you.
yes, I think it's very good, very great, and I'm very appreciating. Thank you, and in the name of our future students that will take your testimonial as an incentive to go there and get out of their comfort zone and try new things. And it's really amazing when this feedback, the students say, yes, that's very important. I realized that I can do much more than I thought I would. And the full potential that a school like Monterey Bay can help you to your future. That was very important. I'm very happy to meet you and having you with us. I don't know if Amanda or Kevin they have any more questions, but for me, I'm really reassured in the great quality Monterey Bay is as a school and as a community too. Also,
I'm very happy with Gabby. She was a great student here. She said she was very shy. I would have never. She's one of the most outgoing, bubbly the students that we had. So I'm glad that MBA was able to bring that out of her. And she's now studying to be a doctor. And so we are as a school are very proud to have alumni like Gabby to go and to make the world a better place. And so we really appreciate that. And we just, again, hope that other students would see, what Gabby experienced and what our other students experience. And we just really love to have them on campus, and we get to have these great relationships. And Gabby, I thank you so much. I know one of the best things about a boarding school, a dormitory life, as Gabby said, is you become family very quickly. And it's very surprising that just in about 4 months, Gabby, that you spent here, that there are students that consider you a sister and that consider you like a family member. And when they asked me about a Brazilian student, the first thing I thought of was you, even though I haven't really seen you for 2 years. So you do have a huge impact, and I wish you the best in your medical, career.
Thank you. I'm so glad you guys asked me. It's not hard for me to speak about MBA because I love that place so much. So much. I could talk about MBA for hours. But thank you so much for the opportunity. I hope you guys go to MBA, because that was one of the best decisions of my life.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you all for coming. So in name of Yourway, if you would like to apply, you can contact us in our offices. We are in Portugal, in Brazil, in Mexico, in Spain, in Hungary. You can contact your local agent, and we can put you in contact with Kevin. We can arrange a meeting with Kevin, with your family, and you can ask Kevin any specifics that you didn't find in this webinar. But Kevin is welcoming you to a personal meeting to walk you through the application or any specific you would like to know. So again, thank you. Thank you, Kevin, Amanda, and Gabby. Wish you a very pleasant evening, and I hope to see you in the future nearby. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Bye-bye. Oops.